Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for watching and for continuing to watch. You guys already know the drill. Go ahead and like and subscribe to your Girl on Wheels and join the Girl on Wheels Society with me. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit about something that we're all going through right now, and that is
coronavirus!
The coronavirus quarantine.
Low-grade fever?
Ugh, it's been about a couple months in home for me. I've only been out a couple times in the last almost 4 months. So for me, that is rough. I have always been somebody who likes to go out and do things, or even just going to the grocery store. Like, I miss doing that. I didn't really do that before, but I want to do that now. There is a lot of things that I had planned coming up this year, and now a lot of it is being put to hold, like everyone else. I missed the marriage of one of my closest friends. I missed my best friend's baby shower, baby Eli, which I love so much already, and he is so cute. So congratulations, Brandy Vassal. I'm so happy for you. Traveling, I had one of my favorite things, the cruise that I had planned in April, and that was canceled, and now I rescheduled for September, but that most likely is not going to happen. And one of the things that I was really looking forward to was having a really big get-together and big to-do for my 25th birthday party, because I will be turning 25 this year. Yikes. I'm old. But like a lot of plans and things that people really were looking forward to that had to be put aside due to this little pandemic that has come and disrupted all of our lives. So because of that, I'm here talking to you, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about something that I realized during this coronavirus. And that is, coronavirus is a lot like muscular dystrophy. You're probably like, oh, what is she talking about? But I'll get to the point. Basically, with this virus, it has become a huge hindrance of the things that we want to do and the things that we look forward to doing. And for me, my life has been a lot of no's and a lot of things that I couldn't do because of my muscle weakness. With this coronavirus, a lot of people are having to stay home to stay safe and to protect their families and loved ones, especially ones who have underlying illnesses and who are older. And this respiratory illness would just be horrible for a lot of people, and especially people with disabilities. A lot of the time, this is our normal routine when we're sick. When I'm sick, I am out for like a couple of months. And the world has been sick, and it's been out for a couple of months. So to me, it just feels like my life. And that's kind of weird to say, like, oh yeah, my life is a pandemic. But when it comes to the social distancing and being cautious and safe, I've always had to do that. I've always had to be wary of people and sickness. Because as you saw in my last video, disability and sickness, it's hard, and it could be a horrible outcome for people with disabilities. So just as I was cautious before in my life with muscular dystrophy, I am now with coronavirus. So being cautious is a way of life for people with disabilities, especially with muscular dystrophy. So coronavirus, do you not scare me? I mean, a little bit. Coronavirus hasn't really changed that much the lifestyle of someone with a physical disability. I mean, it could for some people who have jobs and who are unemployed as of right now. That is definitely not something that we always have to worry about, but there are some times in our life where we have to decide whether our fatigue is worth going to work and having to have a regular 9-to-5 job. Which a lot of the times, people with disabilities, it's hard to find jobs. And right now, a lot of people are having trouble finding jobs and keeping jobs, especially with a lot of places being shut down. With people with disabilities, we always have that issue all the time. There's so many people who just pass us by and overlook our resumes because of our physical limitations. I have applied and gone to job interviews and done things, and I have had so many doors closed. And a lot of the times, once you walk into that interview and they're just like, you can kind of get the sense that it's going to be another no. That is something that we worry about all the time. And right now, a lot of people are facing that hardship. With this coronavirus, it has been a struggle. It has wiped out a lot of people's hope when it comes to supporting their families, finding food, being able to support, those basic needs that need to be met. And I'm so sorry if you and your family are going through that right now. I know there's not much I can say to help or make it feel any less stressful than it is, but keep pushing forward. And as I do in life, and not just in coronavirus, finances are really hard because a lot of the times we have to seek help from the government, which a lot of people are doing that right now with the stimulus check, which I actually didn't get because I am on my father's medical. He has a really good job with amazing insurance, and with my disability, I'm able to be on his insurance. And medical is very important for me and my health. It is a necessity with what I have. So because being a dependent, I did not get the stimulus check, which, it's okay. I'm managing. I'm trying to do the best I can, as everyone else is. But with that, a lot of people are looking to the government for help and for assistance in a moment in history that's been so hard on a lot of people. And financially, it's hard on a lot of people with disabilities on a regular basis. With not being able to find the right jobs, luckily we are able to get assistance from the government, which it's very nice. But I mean, as somebody who has a lot of passions and drive, I would love to have a job, just anything, something to keep me busy and motivated. And a lot of the times, this is my motivation, is popping on here and talking to you guys. I love so much being a person to speak out for disability and try to educate others who, don't really know disability or haven't really come across people with disabilities, and when they do, they don't know how to act or even just hold a conversation. And for me, it's just, this is my life, this is who I am. Disability affects a lot of people, and we are a huge minority group that often gets pushed aside, and I am so happy to be a voice and to help educate. And if you are a non-disabled, if you are an able-bodied person, then I am glad you're here to listen to my story, because I'm just one voice of many. And I also love to be there to give advice to people who have disability and show that, they're not alone in this fight. This is my passion, is coming on here and trying to just get disabled education out there, to be an advocate for change. So another thing that coronavirus is very similar to this little disability is a lot of the times it tells us that we can or can't do something. In this pandemic, to keep safe, we're all doing that social distancing. Family, even you and I are social distancing right now. He doesn't care. I love you, Bentley. We all have been taking the cautionary steps of trying to get back into the swing of things by social distancing and using masks and all that. But because of everything being closed and locked down, there are things that we can't do. But with disabilities, there are a lot of things that we want to do. And not just like big metaphorical things like, oh, I want to walk. Ugh. Walking is overrated. It would be nice to dance. I would love to dance fully, but I'm fine. But what I'm talking about is there's a lot of times there are certain activities that I can't do because they are not for people with disabilities, like hiking or skiing or stuff like that. That's what I mean, is a lot of the times when our friends go out and do things like that, they kind of forget that, hey, this is fun, but they can't do this. Instead of being cautious of that or thinking about, hey, maybe we can invite them, because they're always afraid to just invite and then have them sit around. I sit around on the daily. I don't mind sitting around and watching y'all's rollerblade or skate. For me, I just want to be there and want to enjoy life to the fullest. Even though I can't do those things, I still want to experience it. Right now, a lot of people want to go back to those things and experience life, and they can't. And they feel very locked and isolated. And that is how most people with disabilities, I'm not going to say everyone with disabilities because we're all different. We all have different perspectives. And I'm just one person. But in my life, disability is isolating. People with mental illness right now are feeling that way. Shutting in is hard. It is bad feeling, and I understand the negative ideas that also come with the coronavirus that have been so hard on people. And they have been hard on me too. Everyone at one time or one point in their life has felt that feeling, and it is not it's a horrible feeling. So reach out to those who might be going through that right now. And if you're feeling that, reach out to somebody because they can be going through the same exact thing. And reach out to your disabled friends because we've been doing this a lot longer. So you have to find things that make you happy and keep you occupied. And that's what I did in my life even before coronavirus. There was a lot of things that I wasn't invited to or that I wasn't a part of because of my disability. And it made me feel very secluded and social distanced, just in life in general. And there are things that you have to search to find your own happiness within yourself, knowing that I have value, I have worth, and just because I can't always do everything, that doesn't mean there aren't things that are so much better that I get to do. So with coronavirus, everyone's feeling a little bit of isolated right now and kind of alone, and it's hard. So reach out to those people who you care about and who you love and just let them know that you're there, because that's the most important thing, that you're not alone in any of this circumstance, whether it's coronavirus or just on the daily. So if you're going to be a human, be a kind one, It's simple as that. That's how we combat these issues, is just pushing forward. And that's what we're all doing right now. We're trying to push through this pandemic and keep our heads up, keep strong, because it's really hard to do that right now. I know with me, I've been going stir crazy.
Just been home in this room.
But it's just one moment in time, things will get better, and I'm looking for those better days. So all these things wrapped into one. It's my life with muscular dystrophy. This has been way before Corona has ever been anything or a thought in our mind. This lifestyle is my lifestyle. I've lived this almost 25 years now, and I will continue to live this way, but push through those feelings for the rest of my life. So it's not to make you feel guilty or bad or like, oh man, I never thought of it that way. But, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do, is educate, to shed light on the life of disability and how sometimes it can suck and it can feel like a little bit of a pandemic, and it really does at times. It has its awesome benefits and really teachable moments in life as well. Coronavirus hasn't changed anything in my life. It has just shown me that I pretty much live a life of pandemic 24/7. One that tells you that you can't do much and that you're stuck. But we're not stuck, and we'll keep pushing forward. Thank you for watching.